Welcome back to Valley Forge Sports Network for the first installment of the 4 Chapters Disc Golf Tournament Series. We're stepping into round 1, back 9 here at Camp Tecumseh Disc Golf Course. Big shouts out to Innova. We got some prizes to give away later. And shouts out to Pound Disc Golf for these beautiful Rufus Pound bags, which are going to go to the Fire King and Queen here today. Patreon.com/ValleyForge. You already know what it is. We got Chapter 2 Air registration opening up tomorrow night, Monday. I don't know what the date is, but it's opening up. Get your spot early. It's going to go quick. Let's take a look at the leaderboard after 9 holes. We've got Evan Boyle in the lead, 2-stroke lead on Dylan Cook and RJ Cherkis. Little known fact, RJ Cherkis, cousin of Connor Henderson.
Wow. I knew that.
Jacob Lewis up there, Mike Scardino, Dan McGuire, tons of talent on this leaderboard here. Everybody wants a spot at lead card. Zach, what's going on here on hole 10?
Hole 10, looking at a par 4, 503 feet, going uphill the entire way. Really just an example of a hole that you want to break down into 2 shots. A little layup shot short of the road that's going to play as OB. A nice little hyzer into the green, which is very steep. Don't want to be rolling away or have a long putt.
Or be right next to that grill.
That grill has been the bane of my existence the last couple of times I've played here.
It's kind of the landing zone, though.
Oh, it's perfectly the landing zone.
Yeah.
It is what I am aiming at, and then I'm surprised when I get behind it every time.
He's too accurate.
Shane Miller goes a little bit long here. He might have a clean backhand of the green, but this basket's just so tucked away.
It's going to be a little more of a straight shot for Shane. Evan's probably looking at a hyzer.
Oh, yeah. Bo just loves that under stability.
Get off it. Oh, yes. Yeah, he's going to like that.
That's going to be a weird run-up.
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
Henderson loves this big run-up. Speaking of run-ups.
Is he going for this? Oh.
It looked like he was going for it.
You can get across the road in one and have an eagle putt, but with that hillside, it is a scary putt, and you bring OB into play off the drive.
Signature Connor Henderson fairway driver hyzer. He just loves trusting him out nice and flat to the right.
And that's pretty common. That little rock bed there kind of stops anything from skipping through. See if this gets over it.
Skips it off the rocks.
That's one way of doing it.
Yeah.
I heard he has a scooter background. It might have come into play there.
No.
Yeah, he knows what he did. Bo pushes his hyzer a little long. He's gonna have a really awkward look at the basket, I'm thinking.
Let's see what Shane's got here. He's going over top. Yeah, that's a tough spot on the back door. Super crowded.
Good effort, high enough. Didn't roll down the hill, which is the big worry there. Connor looking at this uphill putt.
Another off the basket birdie for Henderson. So close.
What a par from Shane. Really displaying his scrambling skills today. He doesn't really want to be doing that.
My man is just all over the place on this course.
He's really scrambling out there.
He's hitting some long putts, throwing some great approaches. That's just a funky par, huh?
Yeah, but he's poised for this back 9.
Poised.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
That is whoops.
It's bound to happen. Everyone has those holes. Just gotta take it in stride.
Yeah, vibes are so high. Vibes are so high. Whenever I see a putt that's that short missed, I just assume that the player was just having too good of a time.
Just a little distracted.
Yeah, a little bit distracted. Jumping right into hole 11 here. This is just a simple left to right hyzer on the forehand.
You know, you say simple, but you're seeing 2 people in a row here kind of dive into the hillside. This is the struggle on this hole. There's always some wind that you can't feel. There's a massive pond just over that hill on the left side. So if you get it too high, it's going to carry quite a bit, just like Bo's did there. If you don't get it high enough, the hillside actually drops the disc into it. Makes the forehand a little bit tougher.
Yeah, I also noticed it looks like they didn't mow the grass the entire way. Beautiful drive from Henderson, but that low forehand's going to get extra caught up today. You can even see the thick grass in the background there.
This backhand turnover is scary with that wind, but that is executed to perfection.
Ooh, that thing almost rode a little wave into the basket at the end there.
As we get out into the open, you can see the flag is ripping, at least compared to what it was in the front nine. You're going to see people possibly change up their putting stroke, or at the very least, kind of think through their putts a little bit more. Maybe it's going to sail a little bit, maybe it might drop. You know, it's a thing to worry about out here at Tecumseh when you kind of get that big switch in terrain.
Yeah, I've missed some scary short putts on this green before.
Honestly, I've missed a lot of scary short putts on this back nine in general. When the wind's up, all of these greens are knee knockers.
Yeah, you got these long arms, you just go like this.
How tall is Shane?
How is Shane like? He's like 15 and 50 at the same time. You know, he's got that young spirit and that old man energy. Like, I think it's like a skater in him.
He's like 6'4" or something.
I mean, he made putting look easy there. But as we move on, hole 12, par 4, 531. Anything to the left of that road is playing as OB. There is a creek back behind the basket, but if you're finding that, you have other problems. Your drive is, again, just this picture-perfect downhill shot. You can turn it over too far right and go into the woods, but Connor looks to have that coming back out.
Man, look how picturesque that shot was.
It's just a beautiful day here at camp.
I did that twice here yesterday too. Yeah, like slow.
Super early for Miller there, but he's just going to have a simple forehand approach to the green. You really kind of can't go wrong on this tee by missing far left. Bo going backhand. He's one of those guys that has enough distance. He's got to be careful about that OB long. Oh my.
Chris, what have you done?
And that is easy enough to do. I know he's disking down to a fairway driver there, so he's already thinking about that. It's just wind picks it up, and if you carry a little early, that's going to happen.
Yep, shanker off the tee. Perfect zone forehand length. I got a game. I play it.
Bo with his third shot here now.
This looks a little inside.
A little bit long in the rough there. He's going to have maybe a weird comebacker for the par. And here's Evan's eagle shot. Similar situation, just a little bit long in that brush. Such a well-crafted hole. We talk a lot about John Copeland's incredible usage of the land. A lot of people say it's their favorite course in New Jersey, whether it is or isn't. It's just hard to imagine a better track on this property.
You know, it's not great when on the open part of the course you're having to do a outstretch from a knee putt from inside the circle. Those are the ones that you really wish you could take back later on, but there are plenty of scoreable opportunities out here, so.
You have to think that short putt miss is still in his head, you know? I feel like front nine Evan is banging that, you know, all
Front
that.
nine Evan.
But he might be just a little shaken here. That's 3 pars in a row.
I mean, he saw the leaderboard check-in after 9. Dylan Cook right there. He's won an event before. RJ Cherkis right behind him. Jacob Bliss. I mean, these are not the names you want hunting you down.
Moving on, hole 13, par 3, 200-foot uphill shot, everything to the right of that road, and on it is OB. And from experience, if you touch that road on the backhand, it is not coming back. It's very hard to get the skip back in. It will just slide forwards, which means that most players are going to play a little bit short like that, or even out to the left, which is the safe play to keep it in bounds, but makes your putt a lot harder. So you really have to choose what you want for your difficulty on this hole.
Yeah, there's kind of always a weird left to right wind here. The same tailwind on the last hole that can push you OB kind of can knock you down. But Miller's going to be licking his chops on that
It
one.
was a really stable one on purpose, but it was... Come on. Oh, buddy. I've been there a few times today.
So that straight skip kind of gets you.
Yeah, that one looked like it went out early.
Yeah, he's going to advance like 50 feet, if that. But with a much tighter hyzer. Oh, come on.
It's bow time, baby.
Yeah, come on, give it to him.
I'm not seeing the graphic. That's touching grass.
That's a beaut.
Guys, where am I going?
I'm fine with anywhere from here to here. I honestly...
Taking a look at that spot for Evan here off of the tee. He's going to be shooting his third now.
Going with that accurate standstill should leave him a nice clean putt. This is a hole you really want to get in practice, but if you don't think about what you're doing off the tee, you can get in trouble.
Evan barely getting that over the rim, but hey, looky here, Connor. 3 in a row. 4 down. In the mix.
Field of 70. I couldn't believe it, you know, all day out there just constantly checking the leaderboards. The competition is just so thick.
And again, you don't necessarily know where some of those players have started. If you're looking at somebody and saying, oh, they're out of it, and they started in the woods and they're an open player, look out. Moving on, hole 14, par 3, 336 feet. Slight right to left downhill, everything to the right of this road, and on it plays the OB. Again, another hole that's just kind of out in the open, but you gotta think about the wind, you gotta think about the slope, and again, the grass is not cut, so... You'll see some players elect for a very overstable disc out to the right. Other players, such as Shane here, going with something a little bit straighter, just didn't quite have the finish. So going more overstable out to the right. Is it overstable enough?
Wow, does he have the distance to
Oh.
swing it that wide on this one?
Wow, Bo, he is just all over these OB lines right now.
Classic flirting with...
I absolutely love it. I mean, he's in disbelief. Here's Evan off of the tee. He's going with that wide right hyzer.
There's that wind picking it up, and right into a branch. That was looking good.
I like that distance for him, but that wind is just picking up. Does not help on the green.
And you're looking at a circle 2 putt with the flag ripping away from you. You're assuming it's going to drop. You put it up high, and that's the case. It just kind of hits something you weren't even thinking about.
Yeah, it's a tough putt right there. Definitely a little bit of a headwind.
I swear it was a tailwind just a second ago. I love being out in the open, but
Huge, huge hit from Shane there. Oh, I love the same.
that's a perfect headwind putt.
And that was his zone he just putted.
Wow.
That's a zone that just went dead straight.
Yeah, true testament to the gusts out there.
Couple cleanups here. That's a big bag to be putting with, Connor.
That is large. 4 down so far for Connor Henderson. Looking strong on this back 9.
Moving on, hole 15, par 3, 271. This hole is one of the not quite permanent holes of this course. You can see they're on a rubber tee pad. This basket's going to be potentially moving, so a lot of players don't really practice this hole quite as much as some of the other ones, but that's looking like somebody who's played here before.
Yeah, John has not missed with any of the new holes he's put in on this property. I mean, I hear murmurings about, some expansive ideas, but I just can't wait to see what the future holds for Camp Tecumseh. I hope to be a part of it in some capacity.
I like the forehand play on this hole. Keeps players away from the OB water on the left. But there are OB basketball courts, not tennis courts. No, it's a tennis court. But it's OB.
Looks kind of looks multi-purpose.
Yeah, it could be a pickleball court for all I know.
Oh, wow.
That water does bring a lot
Connor.
of going long.
Yeah, fast green.
I could see John Copeland being a big pickleball guy.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think he plays, but
I feel like
he's a
he'd love
gamer
it.
out there.
I feel like he'd love it.
Weird par save for Connor here. A little bit more up and down on the scorecard for him. Here's Shane.
Dude. Here we go, Donnie.
American badass.
Oh, that was sweet. Great hit. Great two.
Shout out James Johnson getting the advanced UDisc stats.
That's a good hit.
This basket on full tilt right now. I don't know what to do. It made me look like a nerd.
Evan. Connor will tap out for the bogey and Evan with the par. Do not forget to like and subscribe to the channel and head over to vfsn.org/shop to buy merch. We've got shirts, pins, discs from the event. Thank you guys so much for the support. Patreon.com/ValleyForge. Let's take a look at the leaderboard through 15 holes. Evan Boyle still at the top, but we've got a new name appearing on the leaderboard. Ron Gardner, the local, coming out looking real hot as we head into the final 3 holes of round 1. He's up there at 6 down with Evan. And we've got a really, really tight smattering of players right behind him, chasing him down. Stepping into hole 16.
Par 4, 639 feet, uphill for the drive, and then flat to slightly downhill on your second shot. Everything you see on that left side is OB. The road is OB past the sidewalk, so the sidewalk off the first drive is going to be inbounds. There is always wind on this hole, and it is hard to see the OB flags from the tee, so you are hoping that your practice has paid off and you know what you're throwing.
Ooh, skip off the road there.
You got to have footing.
Again, that's not out of bounds, that road, but getting off of that up to the high area is going to give him a straighter approach shot and better footing for the second shot. Bo putting it up nice and high. He gets up into that high grass. Even if he tails out just a little bit left and loses distance to the tee, he's happy having good footing up there.
High vibes, as usual.
You look great, Chris.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Really throwing himself into this tee shot.
You know, Evan Boyle's got some strong Barry Schultz energy on his mentality. Super fun, goofy, chill on the course. But the moment he steps up to his lie, he just gets so focused and locked in. I love it.
Takes an immense amount of focus to be able to kind of switch it on and off like that. It's going to be a pretty tricky lie for Connor.
Yeah, he's inbounds, kind of on a little bit of a hill towards that tennis multi-purpose court over there. And big shouts out to Dustin Wolf. Go follow Disc Golf Ledger on Instagram. Always a pleasure having Dustin out here shooting for us.
You can see Bo left himself a straighter approach shot, but has to go with a faster disc because of the distance. Ends up getting a bit of a skip out to the left. Will be putting downhill at a slope.
It's pretty well done from there. There's some undulations on the green, and he seems to have found a really beneficial one. Shane with a good stop.
That wind is picking up heading into these open holes.
With OB left and right.
Yeah, there's just OB everywhere on the last 3 from here on out.
You want to take your time on this shot.
Big shot for Shane here. Can this stay in bounds? It looks like it does. He's still got a chance to finish out 5 down. That's going to be competitive for the first round here.
Evan going with that forehand, has to hang it out very wide. That looks like it's touching in bounds.
Super close.
Connor, we can see closest to the basket off the drive, but not sure if he's loving that angle. Has to go standstill, loses some power.
Not bad at all.
Not bad. It's going to be a longer putt. Again, looking a little bit downhill. You can see there is some slope here. If you get going too far, you will be behind these trees. Low ceiling as well. That was a very good attempt trying to keep it under the branches, but high enough.
Another crazy Shane Miller par coming up. Connor looking to go 4 down. A little bit soft there. He usually would stagger that. I was surprised to see him go with the straddle there.
I think the wind's picking up and he just wants to try to add a little bit of touch to it, get it up higher, let it fall down as it goes towards the basket.
There you go, Connor.
That was a good save. I do like that Connor has gotten these aggressive putts in for birdie. He's not making all of them, but he's giving it a good enough effort that he will go by the basket, and he's confident enough in this putt to make the comebacker. So, Shane showing off his superior length. Moving into hole 17, par 3, 441 feet, downhill the entire way. Everything past the basket, left, right, and center is out of bounds across that road. And there is a short area. You can see that flag line right there that designates an out of bounds as well. If you're short or long off the tee, you go to a 40 to 50 foot drop zone. So it's important to land in that inbounds, whether you're close to the basket or not.
Go forever. Yeah. Go, Shane. Give me some.
Beautiful shot from Shane Miller. Absolutely parks that one.
Got it high enough where it's not going to skip. That's a very important thing.
It's like another tasty nuke.
Be a nuke. Go fast.
Here we go, Bo.
Yep.
Wow,
And
spiking
he's on
it
the
in.
green.
This is one of the best tee shots on the course, without a doubt.
Yeah, such a wide variety of disc speed I hear on this tee. I hear talk of nukes. I see people going mid-range here.
You can swing it out to the right, you could swing it out to the left, you can go straight at it.
These lifts are crazy.
And there was no wind.
I'm realizing I never see anyone go forehand here.
That is true, but I've seen people go like flippy, like Sidewinder, Roadrunner type disc and drag it over to the right with the backhand.
This one's kind of getting pushed up a little high.
Wow. Me too, man.
How's the fourth?
Looks like everybody finds inbounds.
I'd say the landing area is a little bit wider on the left side. It does favor that backhand, but the wind is almost always a right to left, lifting it up. So it's a little bit of a give or take.
Yeah, one of the big differences leading into this tournament, I heard so much about like the sense of community, the vibe. It's just like the same group of people coming out to each of these events, and yet new people keep finding their way in. I cannot wait to see what the field looks like for Chapter 2 Air.
I cannot wait to
Just wide for Evan Boyle. Still sitting at 6 down. About 1 stroke off Ron Gardner at this point. He's got a chance to finish at 7 with the birdie on 18 here. But I think at this point now, it's just kind of about finding a little momentum at the end of this round to push him into round 2.
Yeah, Evan really let the rest of the field kind of catch up to him in this back 9, and hopefully he can find a birdie on 18.
It is definitely hard to make that transition from the woods to the open. But if you're shredding it in the woods and you still have another round to do it, there's still hope.
Hole 8. Oh, sorry. I totally forgot. No, keep going, keep going.
Moving on, hole 18, par 5, 902 feet, playing downhill again the entire way. You can see that broken down tree stump there. That used to be the main guardian tree, so really opening up this second or third shot. Adrian here, I believe this is his second shot, hanging it out wide.
I see Dan Schifrin in the background there. What's up, Dan?
Making that.
Trying to call that to get back inbounds.
It's a fantastic shot. That should leave him, I believe that's an eagle look.
Yeah, the field is absolutely so tight. I couldn't believe it. We're going to take a look at that leaderboard in a second. Big shouts out to our guys on the feature card here. Kind of a, decent spread from 2 under to 6 under. I mean, we saw Bo and Connor with tons of opportunities all day. Shane Miller's been all over the place. It's like his 3rd time playing this course. He's still 4 under. So, these might not be the best scores we see coming into the clubhouse, but definitely some decent disc golf here today.
Now I got to think about going for eagle.
See if it's wet down there.
Good problem.
Oh, what an awesome guy.
What a guy. What a guy.
Shane getting some nice turn on that.
Bo. If that had a tiny bit more turn, that was absolutely pearled.
But he is still in the fairway, not getting that skip into the bushes. He actually still has a chance at the eagle.
I wonder if Bo's going to go for it. We'll see. Evan doesn't like this one. I mean, he put himself in a fine position to have this kind of back 9, but he definitely needs a nice fire burger from Camp Tecumseh's grill.
Connor turning that over, going for the big distance. If that's just a little bit higher, he's getting down to the flat.
Creek is OB.
I keep talking about the eagle, but this is where players really have to make a decision, because where Connor is...
Get to the ground.
Ooh. Yeah, where Connor is, I'm guessing on his best shot, he could get over there, but you're in a tournament, you're not in the lead, and you're just trying to get strokes for the next round. You can't win it in the first round, so you're telling yourself, maybe this isn't the time to be super aggressive.
Oh, that's maybe too much. No, that's fine. That's fine.
Good shot from Evan. Here's Shane swinging this one out way wide. Unfortunately, or fortunately, he kind of fluffed that one, ends up a little short. Let's see what Bo does here. He definitely looks like he's going for it.
He's going for the green.
Dude, he rips. Just too long.
He's too huge. That's my dad. That's my fake dad.
I don't know why you stuttered after you said that. That was weird. That was a normal thing you would say. That's hilarious.
It's just that my actual dad sometimes watches these. So
oh, shouts out to Costley. I see Ron Gardner laying down a fresh roller. Kurt Niebank out there. Oh my lord, I just love to see it.
Connor's 3rd into the green. It's a good
Beautiful
looking
shot. Yeah.
Jinx.
Didn't quite see the putter heat up for Connor Henderson like he's capable of. I'd be afraid of him in round 2.
Yeah, I knew.
He wanted it, but he knew. He just knew. It's not his time right now. But he's still poised.
Up.
Gets across clean. Will have a putt to save the birdie.
Where do you think?
Another guy who knows what it feels like to win at these Valley Forge events. At the end of the day, you want to go into round 2 with a good lead on everybody, but it's all about those last few holes here at Tecumseh. If you shoot hot in round 1, you're going to be finishing out with 17, 18 as some of your last few holes here. There's just so much pressure coming up to that OB.
Evan's been very confident in these circle 2 bids all around. You can see it. He has really put the effort in. Really trusts this putt to go where he wants it to go, even if it's a little high or low. You know, it's just in line with the basket the entire way. And again, another putter who isn't afraid to leave himself that little extra on the comebacker because he knows that's coming.
Boom. 6 down for Evan Boyle. Tail of 2 9s. He's disappointed, but once he sees that leaderboard, he'll be happy. Everybody's looking to become the Fire King out here today. Take home that pound bag. And I just can't wait to see another person out there repping it. Zach, what's it been like out there with the bag this year?
Getting recognized with the bag is one of my favorite things because it's a sign that you went out and put all that you could out in front of cameras, in front of all the people you play against week in and week out. And I'm proud to wear it. I can't wait to see other people wear it.
It's a sign that you've made it.
I absolutely agree.
It's a symbol.
Oh, well stated. Dan, we're taking a look at the leaderboard after round 1. Talk to him.
Yeah, I mean, look at these scores. Look at the parity here. There's almost no separation in this
parity
in this top 10. Ron Gardner sitting atop the leaderboard with a 1-stroke lead over the rest of the lead card coming up in round 2. And Jacob Liss, Adrian Cohn, absolute sharks on their heels, biting and nipping. It's going to be a hot round 2.
Yeah, Dan, I couldn't be more excited here at Chapter 1 Fire. Some new names up in this top 10. Robbie Kremler, Matthew Woods, RJ Cherkis. I mean, I've seen these names out here before, but RJ Cherkis making that lead card. Little known fact about him, he's actually been to 4 Valley Forge events. So he's actually got the most Valley Forge tenure on this lead card.
That's awesome.
That is awesome. Zach, first time in the booth. You got any closing thoughts for us here after round 1?
I mean, Dan was talking about the parity. It is not over, especially on this front 9 here. There are plenty of holes where there can be a 2 to 3 stroke swing. So everyone in that top 10 leaderboard really does still have a shot at this Rufus bag. I can tell you from experience, it's quite the trophy to get to carry around on the course.
Oh my God, I can't wait to see the Fire King become his true final self. Did he take that? Big shouts out to Pound. We've got some more prizes to give away tomorrow. We're going to go get some burgers from Camp Tecumseh's Grill. You take a look at the comment section because registration for Chapter 2 Air is just around the corner. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and we'll see you in round 2.